Hello students and parents, hope you're doing well. This is another little project that you can do over and over again. It's going to be origami turkeys. Origami is a Japanese art of folding paper. This one's a little bit more difficult than the butterflies we did, so take your time. I've sectioned it off into two parts. It gets a little bit more difficult. I'm showing you a little bit different techniques each time. In part two, it becomes a little bit harder, but pause the video if you need to. Take your time, and once you've made one, you can make dozens. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. So that was an intermediate move. Now we're going to go to a little bit higher intermediate move. We're going to take our turkey, we're going to fold it along the line of symmetry. And this is going to be the feet, that's why we fold those along that line. This is going to be the tail, and this is going to be the neck and the head and the beak. These folds aren't too difficult. We're trying to use this, again, this corner here, call that a vertice, and we're going to fold our tail up, making sure that it folds on that corner. And we're folding our tail up on one side like that. See how that is? Now, this seam is thick. The paper's thick here, so this seam is really stiff. We're going to loosen that seam up a little bit by reversing our fold. We want to fold it again along that same line. Okay. But we're relaxing the paper a little bit. We want this seam to relax, so we're going to fold it back and forth a couple times. You don't want, see how I made kind of like a new seam here? I got that little bump. We're trying to avoid that. Try to avoid getting that bump. You can kind of press your fingernail in there and get that out a little bit. And we're just going to continue to go back and forth. There's that bump again. Try to fold it right along that seam. Whoop. Okay, that's good enough. We did that a few times. Now we're going to fold this angle here up again, just like we did on our tail. Again, we're going to try and make it fold right on that little point right there at vertices. Again, as the paper gets thicker, it gets a little bit harder to fold. Okay, so I got it folded on there. There's my fold line right here, my seam. We're going to do the same thing we did with the tail. We're going to reverse it and try and go the other direction without making a new line. We want to stay on that same line. I did pretty good that time. It's a little bit thinner. The paper is a little bit thinner up by the neck, so this is a little bit easier. It was harder over here by the tail. Again, you don't want to have that bump in there. You want to take that bump out each time. And we're trying to make the paper relax a little bit, become a little bit more flexible for our next move. Okay, so it's starting to take shape. Here's our feet, here's our body, here's our tail, and here's what's going to be our neck, head, and beak. We're going to work on the tail part here. I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to open up our turkey. So you're going to put your turkey towards you. You're going to straighten the tail out a little bit. Okay. You're going to open your turkey up, and we're going to reverse the direction. Okay. You're going to pop this tail up a little bit. Okay. Get it to pop up a little bit like that. And then as you close your turkey again along the line of symmetry, okay, that tail starts to pop up. Now we have to do the same thing with our neck at the same time. I see a couple lines here. That's not good. I didn't do a very good job on that. So we're going to pop our neck up too. Okay. And as we fold our turkey, I'm having a little bit of problem with my neck because I didn't fold it exactly like, I didn't keep it on that line when I was trying to relax the paper, but maybe I can straighten that out. Not too bad. So did you get that move? Okay, we started out with this paper just being on the inside there, like that. And we opened it up and popped it up a little bit, and now it's going the other direction. Okay, instead of going down, or instead of going across, we have it going up. Same thing for the tail. That's an advanced move. We reverse the direction of the paper. We're going to do the same thing for the head. Now you can choose where you want the head at. I say about right there. The tail's done. We're going to work on the head. We're going to do the same thing with the head. We don't have to relax it because the paper's kind of thin up here. We're going to open up our turkey. Okay. We're going to pop this, okay, like that. And then when we close it back up along that line, it's going to change, the paper is going to change direction. Okay, see how the paper changed direction? 90 degrees. We got one more fold for the beak. It's going to be the same thing. We're going to decide where we're going to fold that beak first. I'm going to fold the beak right about, it's a little bit hard with my fingers being so big. I'm going to fold the beak there. That looks pretty good. That looks like a pretty good turkey. I'm going to open the paper up again. I'm going to change the directions. I'm going to pop this down this time. Okay. And as I close it up, the beak should go the opposite direction. There we go. I am finished with the turkey. So you can see our turkey looks the same on this side as it does on this side. That's what we mean by symmetry. Here's the line of symmetry going right down the center. That was our first fold. And our turkey should stand up on its legs if we got our legs correct. And sure enough, our turkey stands up pretty well. So have some fun with your origami turkeys. It's going to take practice. It's not easy. This is like an intermediate exercise in origami. We had some different moves than we had with our butterflies, but I'm sure with some practice you'll all be successful, and maybe you can create some colorful turkeys to go on your table. Happy Thanksgiving.